A large open-plan corporate office during an all-hands meeting, harsh fluorescent ceiling lights casting a cold, artificial glow. At the front stands a fashionable executive woman in a pastel blazer and white heels, framed by a glowing ring light and a sleek laptop, presenting a buzzword-heavy slide deck filled with arrows, charts, and vague corporate jargon. Her confident smile feels rehearsed and shallow. Rows of employees sit stiffly in modern chairs, expressions tense, confused, and quietly resentful. In the foreground, a calm, observant senior female engineer in her late 30s watches silently, arms crossed, eyes sharp with intelligence and restraint. Around her are subtle visual hints of legacy infrastructure, server diagrams, cables, and faint reflections of code, symbolizing unseen control. Cinematic corporate thriller atmosphere, ultra-realistic, muted color grading, shallow depth of field, dramatic tension. A high-security data center filled with towering server racks glowing blue and green, cables running like veins across the floor. A stylish executive woman stands awkwardly inside the room, clearly out of place, holding a tablet she barely understands. She wears pristine white stilettos against an industrial steel floor. In the shadows, a seasoned female engineer works confidently at a terminal, her face partially illuminated by monitor light, fingers steady on the keyboard. The contrast between appearance and competence is clear. Cold cinematic lighting, hyperrealistic textures, quiet tension, symbolic composition. A sterile HR office in late afternoon, glass walls glowing with warm sunset light, while the interior remains cold and clinical. A smug executive woman perches casually on the edge of a desk, legs crossed, wearing a confident smile that doesn't reach her eyes. Beside her, a nervous HR representative clutches paperwork, avoiding eye contact. Across the table sits a composed female employee, posture straight, expression unreadable, radiating calm authority. A branded severance folder rests between them like a silent weapon. The air feels heavy with unspoken power dynamics. Ultra-realistic faces, cinematic framing, corporate betrayal mood. A symbolic close-up scene, an employee ID badge placed gently on a polished desk beside neatly stacked termination papers. The badge catches a sliver of golden light, while the background blurs into shadowy figures reacting in disbelief. Dust particles float in the air, frozen in time. Shallow depth of field, dramatic lighting, metaphor for finality and hidden consequence. A quiet urban cafe at dusk, warm amber lights inside contrasting with cold blue evening tones outside. A woman sits alone by a window, hands wrapped around a steaming coffee cup, her face calm but distant. Across the street stands a tall glass corporate tower, its upper floors glowing with artificial light. Reflections in the cafe window subtly overlay error messages, code fragments, and system alerts across the building's facade. Cinematic suspense, ultra-detailed realism, reflective storytelling. A cinematic depth-of-field shot, a smartphone on a cafe table lighting up repeatedly with urgent notifications and missed calls. Outside the window, the corporate building's lights begin to flicker and dim. Rain lightly streaks the glass, adding mood and isolation. Realistic lighting, tension-filled atmosphere, visual metaphor of inevitable collapse. A chaotic corporate server room flooded with red and yellow warning lights. Monitors display cascading error messages and failed processes. Outsourced technicians stand frozen, confused, whispering to each other. At the center, the once confident executive woman grips a clipboard uselessly, panic visible beneath her forced authority. Server fans hum loudly, cables vibrate slightly, and the room feels on the edge of meltdown. Ultra-realistic disaster realism, cold industrial tones, cinematic intensity. A powerful CEO storms into the server room, tie loosened, sleeves rolled up, face pale with fury and disbelief. Engineers stand silent as warning lights reflect off metal racks. The room feels heavy with consequence. Dramatic wide-angle shot, hyperrealistic lighting, corporate implosion captured mid-moment. A video call interface fills the screen. On one side, a disheveled executive woman wearing a hoodie, hair messy, dark circles under her eyes, desperation written on her face. Behind her, dashboards glow red with alerts and failures. On the opposite side, only the calm reflection of a composed woman's eyes appears on a dark laptop screen, unbothered and controlled. Intimate psychological tension, cinematic lighting, ultra-realistic emotion. A corporate hallway where employees gather around a digital notice board displaying administrative leave pending investigation. Faces show shock, whispers spread. Office lighting is dim, colors desaturated. The mood is hushed, heavy, and final. Realistic corporate environment, dramatic stillness. A peaceful home office bathed in warm morning sunlight. A confident woman sits comfortably at a desk, casual clothes, relaxed posture. A laptop glows softly, a coffee mug nearby, plants and books in the background. The mood is calm, victorious, and free. Natural light, soft shadows, ultra-realistic tranquility. A clean wooden table with a formal consulting offer letter placed neatly beside a modern laptop and ceramic coffee cup. Sunlight falls across the paper, highlighting signatures and respect. Shallow depth of field, elegant, minimalistic composition. An empty corporate office building at night, lights mostly off. A crooked "For Lease" sign is taped inside the glass entrance. Reflections of city lights ripple across wet pavement. No people, no movement, just quiet consequence. Ultra-realistic, symbolic, somber. A serene vineyard at golden hour. A woman walks slowly between grapevines holding a paperback book, phone absent. Warm sunlight bathes the landscape in orange and purple hues. The sky is wide and peaceful. Cinematic closure, ultra-detailed realism, feeling of earned peace.